to discuss the German national team leaving out Mats Hummels from their Euro 2024 squad. The Germany national team came out with their squad. It's a talented squad, no denying it. Guys like Toni Kroos making his return, guys on good form, playing at the top clubs like a Jonathan Tah, a center back, Antoine Rüdiger, Florian Wirtz, Kai Havertz. Talent everywhere in this German national team squad. Julian Nagelsmann, there was leaks. It was a couple guys being leaked every day, but now it was officially announced. This is technically the preliminary squad with about 27 players or so. But I mean, they have 4 goalkeepers, so if they're gonna remove one guy, it'll probably be a goalkeeper. So the 4 goalkeepers brought to the squad was Manuel Neuer from Bayern, Alexander Nubel from Stuttgart, Marc-Andre ter Stegen from Barcelona, Olivier Brauman from Hoffenheim, Waldemar Anton Stuttgart, Benjamin Henrichs from Leipzig, Joshua Kimmich from Bayern Munich, Robin Kusch from Eintracht Frankfurt, Maximilian Mittelstadt from Stuttgart, and David Raum from Leipzig, Antonio Rudiger from Real Madrid, Nico Schlotterbeck from Borussia Dortmund, and Jonathan Tah from Bayer Leverkusen. Midfield is Robert Andrich from Bayer Leverkusen, Chris Führich from Stuttgart, Pascal Grob from Brighton, Ilkay Gundogan from Barcelona, Toni Kroos from Real Madrid, Jamal Musiala from Bayern Munich, Alexander Pavlovich from Bayern Munich, Leroy Sané from Bayern Munich, and Florian Wirtz from Bayern Leverkusen. And then the forward consists of Maximilian Bayer from Hoffenheim, Nicolas Füllkrug, Borussia Dortmund, playing in the Champions League final actually, Kai Havertz for Arsenal, Thomas Müller, the experience, the veteran, the leader, the goal scorer from Bayern Munich, and Dennis Undav from Stuttgart. Now there is talent everywhere in this team, there's no denying that, but there has been talent for this Germany team forever, including the last few international tournaments where they took a lot of talented players but completely failed and completely let down their country. I don't know if that's something harsh, but that's just the flat out truth. When you look at getting eliminated in the group stages from both World Cups and losing in the round of 16 in the Euros, it's just unacceptable. It's not good enough for Germany. There was a lot of criticism that went to Joachim Löw's Löw. Now Joachim Löw steps down, and you bring in a guy like a Hansi Flick, who had very good results at Bayern, winning the Champions League. You bring him in, they get eliminated in the group stages, and then struggle a lot in the preparation for the Euros, so they sack him. Now it's Julian Nagelsmann's turn, who also got off to a very shaky start as the German coach, but slowly starting to progress, and they had an excellent last international window, getting 2 wins against 2 top nations against France, in France, and against the Netherlands. But the main story, the main thing people want to talk about in the squad is Mats Hummels not being in there. Look, I don't like that move at all, in my opinion. Mats Hummels is a guy that's had a lot of experience as a German national team player. He's won a World Cup. And in my opinion, from what you've seen later down the stretch in this season, especially in the Champions League, he has been a brilliant defender, one-on-one, in transition, everything. He has been brilliant in my opinion, defending set pieces into the box, scoring set pieces like he did against PSG in that second leg, being a leader in a Borussia Dortmund team, a young Borussia Dortmund team with not much experience. Him and Schlotterbeck, who also is in the squad, they've been important players for Germany. So not having experience like him in the squad, I don't think it's the best decision to make. I think he provides value in there. Now, Julian Nagelsmann, obviously, he knows his German squad more than everyone else, and he wants to stick with the regulars for Euros, which you can see why. He also ignored Julian Brandt, who's also been good for Dortmund in the stretch to the Champions League final. They're both, Mats Hummels and Julian Brandt, they're also, they're winners of the 2014 World Cup. But he wants to stick with the teams that he beat France and Netherlands with in March. He also left out Leon Goretzka, who, this is strictly based on form. With a guy like Leon Goretzka, I think Leon Goretzka, he's been in a pivotal part for Germany for the last couple of years. But, when he has been on the German national team, there has been no success at all. Not because of him, but just because of the time that he came into Germany. Now that he's in bad form, and you're looking like a guy like Florian Wirtz, Toni Kroos coming back, Joachim Kimmich being an option in midfield, Ilkay Gundogan. They're looking at it, and there's no place for Leon Goretzka, who's not who has had a poor season, didn't start in the game against Real Madrid in the second leg, and I could see the perspective of not bringing in a guy like Florian Wirtz. This announcement was made in downtown Berlin near the famous Brandenburg Gate, and this announcement included 3 members of the Germans' 2014 World Cup winners, including Manuel Neuer, Thomas Müller, and Toni Kroos. So there is still experience there. Ilkay Gundogan, he's probably going to be the captain, him or Neuer. So there is still experience there. But when you look at the back line, the center backs, you have a Rudiger who, he does have experience playing in Champions League, but international tournaments hasn't had much success. Schlotterbeck, Jonathan Tah, David Raum, Maximilian Mittelstadt, Robin Koch, Benjamin Henriques, Vladimir Anton, Joshua Kimmich, who's listed as a defender in the squad. Not much experience in that from that World Cup winning squad. So I think Hummels could have been a good addition, but Nagelsmann wants to stick what he's done best. Now this is a German national team with huge pressure. They want to defend their home nation, and I think the pressure has been vamped just a little bit based on the last international window. Now, before that international window, I just think there was no pressure, and a lot of people were expecting a flame out. But when you beat the likes of France and the Netherlands, the positivity starts increasing. It's kind of like Brazil in their last international window. Despite having a horrible start to the World Cup qualifying campaign, when you have an international window like that, you start to bring fans a little bit more into it. You also play Ukraine and Greece, that allows you to, develop more chemistry, get the fans behind you even more, and they're going to need the support of the home nation. In the World Cup, the fans were very pessimistic, number one. They didn't like their chances at Germany. And the numbers weren't there. There was no energy from the German national team supporters because of a combination of the fact that it was in Qatar, Germany being a country that didn't support that politically, but also the fact that they didn't really believe in this team. They didn't believe in the players. You're starting to get a sense of that belief back, and they're going to need it at a home Euros. They play against Scotland, Hungary, Switzerland. That is their group. Scotland, Hungary, Switzerland. Now, in a nutshell, that looks like a winnable group because there is no teams in that group with the talent level of Germany. But these are 3 good teams that they're against. Scotland, they had a very, very good Euro qualifying window. They're a very talented team. Not talented team, but they have talent in their team. They're very well managed, very well coached by Stevie Clark. They have experience now. They played an international tournament in the Euro 2021 or 2020, but really was played in 2021. They were this close to making a World Cup following. They got eliminated in the playoffs. And they brilliantly, they defeated the likes of Spain through Euro qualifiers. So they have the quality, they have the manager. Hungary is also a team that has quality all over the pitch. Dominic Soboslai is their talisman. They're very, very coached by an Italian coach, Rossi. They did very well at the last Euros. They played Germany at the last Euros in Munich. They had an opportunity to get out of the group stages with a result, with a win. They were up 2-1 and they were playing very, very well in Munich, I might add you. And it took, and then a last minute, not last minute, but like 88th minute equalizer from Leon Goretzka sends Germany to the round of 16 and knocks out Hungary, which it was kind of remarkable that Germany needed that just to reach the round of 16. Kind of shows the downside of form that they have been in recently in international competition. So this is going to be essential, absolutely essential for Germany to get off to a good start so they can have a good run at these Euros.